I got this all from the Association of American Physicians and Surgeons, and this woman, Marilyn Singleton, who's a doctor as well as a lawyer, and she curated all of this on September 26th. I'm going to have to skip through some of these words here, but you'll get the general idea. So early in the pandemic, the World Health Organization, the CDC, and Dr. Fauci told us we had to wear these things, or excuse me, that we shouldn't wear them because it's not useful. Then they recommended that we do wear them where other social distancing measures are hard to do. The recommendation was published without a single scientific paper or other information provided to support any sort of proof that cloth things actually provide any respiratory protection. So this is a huge paper. She puts all kinds of citations in here with the data. The theory is that cloth, masks, can trap droplets that come out of a person's mouth when they cough or sneeze. And then they also talk about N95s. Here was the conclusion. Wearing something other than an N95 will not be effective at preventing the virus, the transmission of it, whether worn as source control or personal protective equipment. And then she goes on to say that surgical masks are better than cloth, but not efficient at preventing emissions from an infected person. And if you're going to do one that's cloth, it has to be 3 layers. And then you add static electricity by rubbing them with a rubber glove. I'd never heard that before. The cloth that serves as the filtration is meant to trap particles, but it's also a barrier to you being able to breathe. And so you've got aerosols going in and out at the sides of the mask. Let's look at some of the stats, more stats here. So the CDC came out with a statement in May that there's limited evidence for this effectiveness in preventing transmission, whether an infected person is wearing it or an uninfected person is wearing it to reduce their exposure. The large droplets travel short distances and quickly fall to the ground. The small droplets don't do that. They remain in the air for at least 3 hours and travel long distances. Therefore, if you're outside, if you open a window, or if you have high humidity in place, which stops it from moving so easily through the air, that's all helpful. Cloth breaks the droplets into a multitude of smaller drops, and all the cloth, masks, and materials had near zero efficiency at keeping out the tiny particles that can easily penetrate into your lungs. Even the best mask doesn't work if it's not worn properly. And if you wear it properly, you can't breathe. Now, let's look at some of the side effects. First of all, the effective one, which is the N95, reduces your oxygen by 5 to 30%. It's harder to breathe. You can have chest pains, respiratory distress, dizziness, lightheadedness, elevated pulse, headaches. The lack of O2 can cause a headache, or the strap can cause a headache. There are increased infections, acne, dermatitis, bacteria, decreased saliva, which causes your teeth to decay. It causes receding gums and bad breath. Not to mention the fact that it limits communication and it harms relationships.